Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is well, and for today's video I'm starting to put together my Chocolatier kit from Aliexpress. It comes with everything that you need, the paper inserts and all the bags which are labelled, and this is for all the accessories. And then you also get a little bag with some tools in, which I didn't get one in my last box that what I put together, but this one you do, and I thought that was quite neat and sweet. And then you get all your instructions as well on how to put everything together. The glue that I'm using is Yoo-Hoo glue, and I bought this from Poundland, and let's start putting this together. So these are the instructions, and they're quite easy to follow. Everything is labelled and what you need, and a lot of it is going to be cutting out the paper inserts. And I'm not going to do this for each step, I'm going to cut them out off camera, but I like to put the building together first before I do all the accessories. So I'm just pulling out the bits for the awning, for the window, and this is the first bit that I'm going to make. For this, all we need to do is fold along the dotted line and then glue the two pieces of wood, one at each side at the back, which will attach to the building. I then like to tick off the section that I've just made, so I feel like I'm getting somewhere and I know what I've done. And then I'm going to start to work on the door. So for the door, the frame is already made and we just need to create the bottom of the door. Then for the window in the door, they've provided a sheet of acetate, and using the template, I'm just going to cut out the size that I need, and then this is going to be glued into the back of the door. Then the last thing to do is just finish off with a little bead to create the handle. For the top of the building, there's the Chocolatier sign, and this is just a piece of balsa wood with the sign glued onto the front. And then there's a piece of thin white paper that needs to be glued around the top edge of the sign to finish it off. So around the building, there's a couple of pieces of fencing. There's 3 in total. There's 2 which are just one section wide, and then there's another one where there's 2 pieces glued together. So I'm just gluing the posts in place. The next part is the making of the roof, and this is made of 3 frames that are glued together to create a stack effect, and they get smaller in size and thinner in width. So I'm going to start to glue these together. I'm just going to glue the first one on camera, and then I'll do the other 2. In the top of the roof, in the centre, there's a piece of perspex, and this is so you can see into the building. And for this, all I need to do is take off the paper from either side. Now all I need to do is fit the perspex in the frame, and it's a little bit too big, so what I decided to do was take the frame apart and glue it actually around the outside of the perspex. Then once this is dry, I can add the 2 frames on top. In the center of the roof, there is a light, so I'm just using the small beads that were provided and threading through the light. And I'm going to glue the 2 beads together once the wire's in place, and then this is to be glued to the ceiling, but for now I'm just going to tape it in place and then glue it later, so that it's a lot easier to do than just trying to glue it straight on. Now we can start to work on the walls, and I'm going to start with the front window first. So I've pulled out all the pieces that I need to create the window, and I'm just going to glue the frame together. Then for the bottom of the window, it's the same as the bottom of the door, so it matches. Then to finish off, I just need to glue this in place and then add the acetate to the back of the window frame. Then for the side wall, we need to just add the paper to the wooden cutout. For the floor, we just need to glue our paper to it. And for the other side wall, we need to cut out the window and then glue this to the board as well. We need to attach this to the back of the building, and all the cutouts are where the music box would go. Now the music box doesn't come included in the kit. You buy that separately if you want it to play music. I'm not too fussed about it playing music as long as it came with the lights and everything else to make it. And then this section would be to hide the music box, and it sits in the corner. So I'm just going to glue that in place, and then I can add the rest of the wallpaper. There's a couple of little details that we need to add to the wall. There's this little notice board. So I'm just gluing the paper to that, and then I'm going to create the window and add some little details. In the window, there's some little cards that just need folding over, and these will be stuck at the bottom of the window frame. Then I need to create some little bunting using some string that was provided, cut to size and then taken apart, and then adding some little diamond shaped pieces of paper to create a small bunting for the window. Then I can attach this to the base around the black and white diamond flooring. And then need to add some ribbon into the inside of the window and the other side of the wall, which I forgot to do before. We can then add this section to the base as well. So the last thing I'm going to do in part one of the video is I'm going to create the little dresser that's in the back of the shop, and this has loads of different chocolate bars and sweets and things on the shelves. So I'm just going to build the unit for now. I've pulled out all the pieces that I need to create it, and I'm going to start to glue all this together. And then the last thing I'm going to do for the unit is I'm going to cut 2 pieces of wire, and these will be glued to the cupboards for handles. So I'm going to stop the video here, and then I will do the second part on Monday. I will be back tomorrow with a haul video. I've got an Aliexpress haul that I'm going to do. I bought a load of stuff from Aliexpress when we were in lockdown last time, and most of it's come through the post. So that's what I'm going to do for tomorrow's video. So I will see you then, guys. So till then, take care and bye for now.